Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at all of our baseball games we have coming up for Saturday, June 28th. We have 15 games in total. We are almost at the All-Star break. This season is flying by. These series, these games, they are starting to mean a lot more right now. We're going to look over all 15 of our games, look at the matchups, look at the lineup, the pitching, and try to predict the outcome for every single one of our games today. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final scores might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets. The money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. First things first though, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, whether you agree, disagree, what are your thoughts on these games, make sure to drop them below, and I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. We're going over every game, every day, every week, this entire baseball season, breaking them all down, doing predictions. We're going to do our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-under. So if you're a sports fan, if you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. And once the football season starts, both NFL and college football, we also do our predictions and best bets for every college football and NFL game every single week. So if you're a sports fan, baseball, football, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. But let's not waste any more time. We have 15 games to look over. Our very first game is at 1:05 p.m. The 33-50 Athletics. One thing the Athletics do is they hit a lot of home runs. They have a slugger's chance here, but they're pitching one of the worst in baseball, bottom three overall. They give up a lot of runs, and unfortunately for them, they're going to be going up against a top 10 offense. They'll be facing off first the 46-34 New York Yankees. Right now, the Yankees first place in the AL East. The Athletics are fifth place in the West. The Yankees 76.9% chance to win this game. The A's a 23.1%. New York is 1.5 run favorites, a 9.5 over under. The Yankees are minus 250. The Athletics are plus 205. The Yankees are such heavy favorites here. Sometimes it makes you think you might be getting set up potentially for the upset. The A's offense, 4.2 runs a game. 252 average. That is not a bad number right now. 101 home runs, a top 10 home run hitting team. 44 steals, giving a 5.41 runs per game. That's pretty bad pitching. Right now, the Yankees, one of the best offenses in baseball, 5.1 runs per game. Aaron Judge right now, 361 average, 28 home runs, 63 RBIs. Average is 255, 121 home runs. That is number 2 in baseball, just behind the Dodgers. 57 steals, giving up 3.47 runs per game. A really good starting pitching. The bullpen's really starting to catch on. Looking at that pitching for the Athletics, J.P. Sears on the mound. Right now, the team is giving up 5.41 runs per game. Sears is giving up 5.44, so just a hair worse than the overall team. 5-7 record, 81 innings, 63 strikeouts, 18 home runs. This guy gives up a lot of homers. That's not what you want to see versus this second hitting home run team in baseball. And then you have Clark Schmidt on the mound for the Yankees. Actually, one of the pleasant surprises so far for this Yankees rotation. 4-3 record, a 2.84 ERA, 69.2 innings, 65 strikeouts, only 6 home runs given up. He's keeping the ball in the ballpark. Give me the Yankees to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And our second game we're going to be looking at on the MLB network at 1:10 p.m. The 39-42 Minnesota Twins. They had an awful month of April. The month of May, they got really hot, got about 7 games over 500, one of the better pitching teams in baseball. But since the month of June has started, they have fallen off the rails. The offense has stayed pretty consistent, but it's the pitching. Right now, the team ERA went from 3.5 up to 4.22. They got to get that pitching back on track. They'll be facing one of the best teams overall in baseball, the 51-31 Detroit Tigers, first place in the AL Central. Right now, Minnesota 35.5% chance to win this game. Detroit a 64.5% chance to win. The Tigers 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Detroit is minus 155. Minnesota's plus 130. Right now, like I said, the Twins offense has actually stayed consistent. 4.2 runs per game, 242 average, 90 home runs, 37 steals. But it's that pitching giving up 4.22 runs per game. As long as they're giving up that many runs, they will continue to drop these series. Right now, the Tigers are one of the best rounded teams in baseball. They're averaging 5 runs a game, 253 average, 98 home runs. That's top 10. 28 steals, giving up 3.5 runs per game. They don't just have a great offense. They don't just have power. They also have a top 5 overall pitching team. The starting rotation, a bullpen, they are deep. For the Twins, Bailey Ober on the mound, usually very consistent, but not the best start of his career. 4-5 record, 4.9 ERA, 86.1 innings, 69 strikeouts, 97 hits in 86 innings. Putting way too many guys on base here. 17 home runs given up. Casey Mize on the mound right now for the Tigers continues to contribute to that elite starting rotation. 7-2 record, 2.88 ERA, 72 innings, 64 strikeouts. Give me the Tigers to win this game. I have them covering the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. And on Fox Sports 1 at 4:05 p.m., the 41-39 Seattle Mariners, second place in the AL West, fighting their way back. Don't forget, last 2 weeks they dropped well under 500. They fought their way all the way back, clawing their way back up to second place in their division. They'll be facing off first the 40-41 Texas Rangers, fourth place in the AL West. This is actually a very competitive series. Whoever wins this series is going to find themselves second place in the division by the end of this weekend. Right now, Texas, 53.4% chance to win this game. Seattle, a 46.6% chance. The Mariners, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is going to be 8.5. Looking at Seattle, they come into this game, they are minus 196. The Rangers are plus 162. Seattle, one of the best rounded offenses in baseball. Power, speed, batting average, averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting 247, 105 home runs, 78 steals, giving up 3.95 runs per game. I've been very critical of the Texas Rangers lineup. One of the best ones on paper, but on the field, it has not transferred. The bats have been cold since opening day. Seager's back, zero excuses. We got to score some runs, but they do have a top 3 overall pitching team. Pitching is what is keeping this team competitive, but they need those bats to step up. They're averaging 3.6 runs a game, hitting 228, 80 home runs, 69 steals, only giving up 3.25 runs per game. That is some elite pitching right there. 95.1 innings, 87 strikeouts. How about only 15 walks in 16 games? That's less than a walk per game. That's the numbers that I want to see. But again, circle back to this. See what happens as we get closer to game time. Who's going to be pitching for the Rangers? Give me the Mariners to win this one, but I have it being close. Winning it by 1 run. So Seattle wins, but I'll go with the plus 1.5, and I'll barely go with the over. And this is a game I am very split on at 4:05 p.m. The 48-35 New York Mets, first place in the AL East versus the 33-50 Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates, season got away from them a long time ago. Bottom 2 overall offense in baseball. Awful batting average. But one thing they have is they actually have a really good pitching team. They just need some run support from their lineup. Right now, Pittsburgh, 47% chance to win this game. New York, a 53% chance. The Mets, 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. The Mets are minus 155. The Pirates are plus 130. Pirates, they put it on the Mets last night. The Mets are starting to get a little decimated when it comes to their starting rotation, which has put a lot of pressure on their bullpen. Their bullpen is now wore out the last 2 games. They've had to really step up, throw a lot of innings. They might be a little depleted by the time that they get to this game Saturday night. The Mets, they're averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting 245, 107 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 3.24 runs per game. Even though the lineup's kind of gone cold right now, 1 through 3 still great. Soto, Lindor, Alonso. They got to get 4 through 9 going, but even with all the injuries, they still have a top 3 overall pitching team. The Pirates right now, 3.3 runs a game, 228 average, 55 home runs, 72 steals, giving up 3.87 runs per game, which is really good considering the fact that there's a lot of pressure put on the starting rotation to keep the score low so that the offense can have a shot. Right now, the Mets going with Paul Blackburn. They're getting really thin at the starting pitching position right now. He has an 0-2 record, a 6.62 ERA. His career average isn't that much better. 17.2 innings, 13 strikeouts, 24 hits in 17 innings. That's not good. Bailey Faulkner on the mound right now for the Pirates, 6-3 record. 3.59 ERA, 85.1 innings, 51 strikeouts. I will say the Mets are due to have an offensive explosion, so keep your eyes on that. But I'm going to go with the Pirates actually pulling off the upset here. I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. And at 4:05 p.m., the 46-35 Tampa Bay Rays versus the 34-46 Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles, they've been hitting a lot of home runs the last few weeks, but still, their main issue is their pitching. They have to give up less runs per game. There's zero complaints about the Rays. One of the hottest teams in baseball during the month of June. Their offense has completely gone off this month. They've been hitting home runs, they've been getting on base, they've been stealing bases, they lead baseball in stolen bases, and they're pitching. The starting rotation, the bullpen, it has been great this month. One of the best in baseball. Right now, the Rays a 59.2% chance to win this game. The Orioles a 40.8% chance. Tampa Bay, 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 9.5. The Rays are minus 110. The Orioles are minus 110, so Vegas potentially sees something here. There might be a potential upset. Right now, that hot Rays offense, 4.7 runs a game. 257 average, 85 home runs, 104 stolen bases. Like I said, that is number 1 in the majors. Very aggressive team. The goal, get your guys in scoring position, find ways to generate runs, and they're only giving up 3.54 runs per game. That is a great open to the season. Baltimore, 3.9 runs per game, 236 average, 92 home runs. They do have a lot of power. 55 steals, giving up 4.88 runs per game. The Orioles have Zach Eflin on the mound, 6-4 record, 5.46 ERA, 61 innings, 42 strikeouts, 73 hits in 61 innings. He's also putting guys on base here. Zach Littell on the mound for the Orioles. The biggest concern, he's given up 22 home runs so far. That is awful, but still not a bad ERA, 3.78, 6-7 record. 97.2 innings, 66 strikeouts. He's not a strikeout pitcher. He's a home run pitcher. You either hit a home run off of him or you fly out. It's one of two ways, practically a 50-50 shot. He's facing a home run hitting Orioles team. Potentially spelled disaster, but give me the Rays. They're just the better overall team to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And this is a very interesting pitching matchup. At 7:10 p.m., we have the 43-37 Toronto Blue Jays. Their offense has taken over this team during the month of June. I was very hard on them the first 2 months because they had a lot of homer potential, but they weren't hitting the long ball. They've righted that ship so far this month. They are hitting a lot of home runs right now. Boston, one of the more consistent offenses in baseball. They have power, they have speed. Right now, they are 40-42. The Red Sox, 4th place in the East. The Blue Jays, 3rd place in the East. Very competitive series here, fighting for positioning within the division. Right now, Boston at 57.4% chance to win this game. Toronto at 42.6%. The Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Toronto is a -130. Boston is +110 right now. The Blue Jays are averaging 4.4 runs a game. 256 average, 81 home runs, 40 steals, giving up 4.2 runs per game. Boston, though, very consistent offense this entire season. Since opening day, they've been going off 4.6 runs a game, 247 average, 98 home runs. That is top 8 in baseball. 67 steals, giving up 3.97 runs per game. The Blue Jays have one of the most consistent pitchers, one of the most reliable pitchers in baseball throughout his career. Chris Bassett on the mound. Career is about a 3.5 ERA. So far this season, right along those averages, 7-3 record. 3.61 ERA, 92.1 innings, 90 strikeouts, only 10 home runs given up in 16 games. Lucas Giolito right now on the mound for the Red Sox. Not the best start of his career, but we know that he's a veteran guy, knows how to get outs when he needs it. 3-1 record, 4.53 ERA, 51.2 innings, 46 strikeouts. I love the reliability of Bassett, but Fenway Park, very hard place for the traveling team. Give me the Red Sox to pull off the win at home. I'm going to go with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And at 4:10 p.m., we're going to have the 34-45 Miami Marlins on the road here versus the 41-39 Arizona Diamondbacks, really trying to cement themselves in the NL West, probably the deepest division in baseball right now. They are 4th place in the West, and they're 2 games over 500. It just shows how deep that division is. Right now, the Diamondbacks, 67.2% chance to win this game. Miami, a 32.8%. The Diamondbacks are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Arizona, -155. Miami's +130. No disrespect to the Miami offense. It is not a bad offense. A lot of their issues stem around the starting rotation, but mainly the bullpen and giving up leads. Arizona, one of the best offenses in baseball. They can slug their way to the win here. They give up a lot of runs, but at least they know that they can outscore you. Right now, the Marlins are averaging 4.1 runs per game, 253 average, 66 home runs, 60 stolen bases. They are balanced. 4.85 ERA. For the Diamondbacks, 5.2 runs per game, a top 5 overall offense, 255 average, 115 home runs, that's top 4 in baseball. 60 steals, giving up 4.73 runs per game. Not the best pitching, but like I mentioned, they hit a lot of home runs, they score a lot of runs in general, so they can get into a shootout and they can win it. Sandy Alcantara on the mound for the Marlins, past Cy Young Award winner. Got to get his stuff back on track. When this guy's on, he's great. He's not been on this entire season. You keep hoping. He's coming back from injuries. It might take him a little while to get back to normal, but we all love to see great pitching, so hopefully he can get things on track. Brandon Pfaadt right now, not the best start of his career. 8-5 record, 5.49 ERA, 80.1 innings, 65 strikeouts, a lot of home runs, 16 home runs. Sandy Alcantara right now, 4-8, 6.69 ERA. Awful numbers for him, but overall a great career. But that Diamondbacks lineup, that is no joke. Give me the Diamondbacks to win this one, to cover the spread. And again, I'm going to go with the over. And at 4:10 p.m., the 18-63 Colorado Rockies on pace for about 135, 136 losses this season. The worst team in baseball right now. They have a bad offense. They have really bad pitching. They don't really do anything well. Well, they do hit a lot of home runs. It's just they're all solo home runs. They'll be going up against one of the hottest teams in baseball, the 45-36 Milwaukee Brewers. You don't really want to be playing this team right now. Right now, Milwaukee, 77.6% chance to win this game. Colorado on the road, a 22.4% chance. The Brewers, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over-under. The Brewers are minus 225. The Rockies are plus 185. Right now, Colorado, 3.6 runs per game. 229 average, 77 home runs. That's actually respectable. 43 stolen bases, but they are giving up 5.54 runs per game. Pretty sure that's dead last in baseball. If it's not dead last, it's second to last. Either way, it is awful, and the Brewers, they do a lot of things well. 4.7 runs a game, 246 average, 75 home runs, 97 steals, very aggressive on the base pass, giving up 3.82 runs per game. They can score, they can pitch. Looking at the pitching, Sentazella on the mound for the Rockies, 3-10 record. He's on pace for 20 losses right now, 6.48 ERA, 76.1 innings, 40 strikeouts. How about this? 117 hits in 76 innings. This guy loves loading the bases. You don't want to do that versus this hot Brewers offense. Quinn Priester going for Milwaukee. 5-2 record, 3.68 ERA, 71 innings, 50 strikeouts. He does walk a lot of guys, 26 walks, but overall respectable numbers, and they have the offense to be able to back him up. Give me Milwaukee to win this game, to cover the spread, but surprisingly, guys, I'm going to go with the under here. And surprisingly enough, a very good game at 7:10 p.m. The 44-36 San Diego Padres, second place in the NLS versus the 42-39 Cincinnati Reds. Do not sleep on the Reds here. Yes, their offense has been streaky throughout the season, but right now they're on the upswing. Pitching's been good since opening day. Cincinnati, a 55.9% chance to win this game. San Diego, a 44.1%. But this game is a very close matchup to me. The Reds right now, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. San Diego's plus 135. Cincinnati's minus 160. The Padres offense, that's one of the main things kind of holding them back right now. Very good lineup on paper. They have to get Fernando Tatis back on track. He's only hitting 261. He had a hot April, kind of fell off since then. Where he goes, he brings the offense with him. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 248, 69 home runs, 56 steals. We'll all agree they are way better than those stats, giving up 3.59 runs per game. At least they can pitch. Good rotation, good bullpen. For the Reds, they're averaging 4.6 runs a game, 247 average, 88 home runs, 64 steals, giving up 3.85 runs per game. On the mound for the Padres, Randy Vasquez, they have a very deep starting rotation. 3-4 record, 3.6 ERA, 80 innings, 45 strikeouts, a lot of walks, 37 walks. Andrew Abbott on the mound for the Reds. What a season this guy's having. No one's talking about it, but it has been great so far. 7-1 record, 1.79 ERA. It's about time that we start mentioning this guy's name potentially as a Cy Young candidate. 75.1 innings, 72 strikeouts, only 8 home runs in 16 games. That is elite control. That is punishing the opposing team, taking away the long ball from them. Right now, at first, I was going with San Diego, but the more I thought about this game, which to me, this game is truly a 50-50 pick'em, but I'm going to go with the Reds to win a very close one here. They cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And on MLB Network, guys, this is a good one. We all know that we're going to be watching, if it's on TV, at 8:10 p.m. The 51-31 Los Angeles Dodgers, first place in the NL the best overall roster in baseball, but they have to overcome a lot of pitching injuries right now versus the 38-43 Kansas City Royals. Not a bad squad. The lineup is bad. The offense is bad, but the pitching is actually top 5 in baseball. They just need some run support, and they are a well over 500 team, but runs have been lacking. Right now, the Royals, 40% chance to win this game. The Dodgers, a 60% chance. LA, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Dodgers are minus 165. The Royals are plus 140. Right now, the Dodgers, the number 1 offense in baseball, 5.7 runs per game, 265 average, 127 home runs. That is number 1, just ahead of the Yankees, 44 steals, giving a 4.24 runs per game. That might look bad on paper, but it's not bad factually because they have like 15 pitchers on the DL and they're still finding ways to generate wins. Right now, the Royals, one of the worst offenses, 3.3 runs a game, 244 average, 56 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 3.4 runs per game. 3.4 runs per game, and they are 5 games under 500. They have to find some type of ways to generate some run support. Looking at our pitching for this game, Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the Dodgers. We know he's not going to throw very many innings. They want to keep his arm warmed up, but they don't want to take the chance of him getting hurt. That Dodgers bullpen has been stretched a lot this season. Right now, 0-0 record, 4.5 ERA, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. Seth Lugo on the mound for the Royals. Don't forget, last season finished number 3 in the Cy Young voting, 4-5 record. 2.93 ERA, 83 innings, 68 strikeouts. You guys can call me crazy. I definitely understand it. I'm going to go with the Royals pulling off an upset here. I think Shohei will be fine. He just won't pitch that long. The Royals pull off a very close upset, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And on Apple TV at 7:10 p.m., the 45-38 St. Louis Cardinals veteran experienced squad, very balanced offense. They'll be facing off first the 40-40 Cleveland Guardians. Don't underestimate the Guardians here. Yes, their offense has been pretty lackluster this month, but pitching's been pretty good this whole season. Right now, Cleveland a 42.1% chance to win this game. St. Louis a 57.9%. But the Guardians are the Vegas favorites here. 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Cleveland is minus 125. St. Louis is plus 105. That balanced St. Louis offense, 4.7 runs a game, 255 average, 81 home runs, 44 steals, giving up 3.99 runs per game. They have Arenado, Nootbaar, Burleson, Contreras, a lot of weapons on there. And right now the Guardians 3.8 runs a game. They got to get those runs up. 231 average, 79 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 3.89 runs per game. But this game was a lot closer than it might look statistically. Both of these teams are very good teams coming out of very deep divisions. Looking at our pitching, Miles Mikolas on the mound for the Cardinals. Career 4.1 ERA. So far this season, 4-5 record. 4.31 ERA, 77.1 innings, 51 strikeouts, only 7 home runs given up in 16 games, but overall, still giving up a lot of runs, but at least he's not giving up the long ball. Slade Ciccone on the mound for the Guardians, 3-3 record, 3.38 ERA, which is well below his career average of about 5, 37.1 innings, 37 strikeouts, but a very small sample size so far, but I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with St. Louis pulling off the upset here, going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And guys, this might surprisingly enough be the best pitching matchup of the weekend. I know you're probably not thinking it, but just wait till you see who's going to be on the mound here. At 7:40 p.m., the 44-37 San Francisco Giants, third place in the NL West. They don't have the best offense, but they have one of the best pitching overall teams in baseball, a top 4 overall pitching staff and bullpen. Facing off first, the 26-55 Chicago White Sox lost 121 games last season. They're going to lose a lot of games this season, but at least they show a lot of fight, a lot of very close losses. Chicago, 38.7% chance to win this game, and they always are ready to pull off an upset. San Francisco, 61.3%. The Giants are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Giants are minus 175. The White Sox are plus 145. That Giants offense, 4.2 runs a game. That's not bad. 231 average, 78 home runs, 43 steals, but it's the pitching. 3.32 runs per game. They can start a game. They can close it out. Pitching travels with you on the road. The White Sox here, 3.5 runs a game. 220 average. That is the worst batting average in baseball. 64 home runs, 56 steals, giving a 4.18 runs per game. They also put a lot of pressure on their starting rotation. Adrian Hauser, cut last year by the Mets. He came back last month, and he's been having a great last couple weeks since he came back. A career season for him, 2-2 record, 2.27 ERA, 35.2 innings, 26 strikeouts. Cannot complain about those numbers. Great start to the season. Keeps the score low. That gives the White Sox a chance for the upset here. Robbie Ray on the mound for the Giants. Experienced veteran. To me, he's having the best start of his career right now. 8-2 record, 2.83 ERA. Adds to that deep San Francisco starting rotation. 92.1 innings, 104 strikeouts, only 9 home runs in 16 games. Yes, he walks a lot of guys, but he's not letting them score, so I don't care. And the White Sox don't have the offense to really punish him. Give me San Francisco to win this game, to cover the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. And an interesting one here at 8:10 p.m., the 48-33 Chicago Cubs. This game is going to be on Fox. This is a matchup here between two first-place teams in their division. The Cubs first place in the NL Central. They'll be facing off first the 48-33 Houston Astros. These teams have identical records. The Astros first place in the NL West. The Cubs have been great since opening day, had a great start to the season. The Astros had an awful April, took off the second half of the month of May, finished May under 500. Right now, they are 15 games over 500. They have been beating the crap out of teams. Right now, Houston, 46.9% chance to win this game. Chicago, a 53.1%. But the Astros here, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Houston is minus 117. The Cubs are minus 102. So you could see this is truly, to me, a 50-50, practically a pick'em game. The Cubs, one of the best overall offenses in baseball, 5.4 runs per game, 255 average, 118 home runs, that's top 5, 96 steals, that's top 3, giving up 3.9 runs a game. Houston, also a veteran experienced squad, 4.2 runs per game, 256 average, 86 home runs, 45 steals. And what is one thing Houston has done the last decade? Pitch. They can pitch this season. Great starting rotation, great bullpen, but we have no starter announced in this game as well for the Astros. I hate going into games blind, but it is what it is. Could turn into a long reliever bullpen game. They have a good bullpen, but I hate not knowing who's going to be on the mound to start it. And for the Cubs, Colin Reed on the mound, 4-3 record, 4.42 ERA, 73.1 innings, 54 strikeouts. I'm going to go with the Cubs. I know who's starting this game. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And a really good NL East versus NL East matchup at 7:15 p.m. also on Fox. The 47-34 Philadelphia Phillies, second place in the NL East, but one of the best overall rosters, one of the best lineups, one of the deepest starting rotations. They'll be facing off first the 37-43 Atlanta Braves, playing really good baseball the last 2 to 3 weeks. Their goal, fight your way back to 500 by the All-Star break. You have Acuna back, you have Strider back, zero excuses right now. The Braves are a 52.8% chance to win this game. The Phillies a 47.2% chance. Philadelphia, they are the underdogs here. The Braves 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Philly is plus 135. The Braves are minus 160. Philly right now, with that lineup, they just got to get Harper back. He's that missing piece. They're averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting .256, 83 home runs, 67 steals, giving up 3.84 runs per game. They just got to get their starting rotation back to being fully healthy. And this is a team that can make a real shot at the playoffs, potentially maybe even the World Series. The Braves right now, 4.2 runs a game, 244 average, but they are a hotter team right now. They haven't played up to their full potential. If they ever do, they would not be a team that you want to face right now. 82 home runs, 42 steals, giving up 3.7 runs per game. They're starting to hit better. They're starting to pitch better because they got the roster fully put together. Jesus Luzardo on the mound for the Phillies. Very solid pitcher, 7-3 record. 4.08 ERA, 90.1 innings, 104 strikeouts, only 7 home runs in 16 games. I like those numbers. Spencer Schwellenbach on the mound for the Braves. He's having a really good start to the season. 6-4 record. 3.21 ERA, 103.2 innings. He is eating up innings, saving that Braves bullpen because we know the Braves bullpen has had a lot of question marks so far this season. 96 strikeouts, only 17 walks in 16 games. That's really good. Give me Atlanta to win this game, but I see a low-scoring game. I have them covering the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. And our final game of the night on MLB Network at 9:38 p.m., the 33-48 Washington Nationals, younger team, not a bad offense, but a very questionable pitching staff. They'll be facing off first the 40-40 Los Angeles Angels. This team is so streaky. They get to 500, they lose 5 straight, then they fight their way back to 500. They've been up and down the whole season, but they have consistently hit a lot of home runs. Right now, LA, 62% chance to win this game. Washington, a 38% chance. The Angels are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Angels are minus 130. The Nationals are plus 110. But do not underestimate the Nationals here. They are a very scrappy, competitive team. 4.2 runs per game, 241 average, 83 home runs. That's not bad. 68 steals. That's not bad either. Giving up 4.95 runs per game. That's not the best. They do give up a lot of runs, especially on the road here. The Angels, they aren't much better, but they technically are better pitching-wise. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, 227 average, 118 home runs. That's top 5 in baseball. 37 steals, giving up 4.49 runs per game. That is statistically better than the Nationals. But don't forget, last month it was well over 5, so they are pitching a lot better right now. Give this team props, showing a lot of fight in the NL West, making themselves a competitive out. Right now for the Angels, Kyle Hendricks on the mound. Started out the season just getting shelled. He's a veteran guy. He's had a great long career, but he's actually hasn't pitched too bad in the last 2 to 3 starts. But overall, questionable numbers, but he's getting better. 5-6 record, 4.83 ERA, 82 innings, 55 strikeouts. Michael Soroka on the mound right now for the Nationals. 3-5 record, a 5.06 ERA. 53.1 innings, 59 strikeouts. More of a strikeout pitcher here. I can see the potential for the Nationals to get an upset, but I'm going to go with the Angels with Hendricks with that home run potential here. Give me the Angels to win this game to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. Guys, that's our breakdown. That's our predictions and best bets for all of our baseball games coming up for Saturday, June 28th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, whether you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to look at the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. And, of course, thank you for watching.